Well, hello and welcome to the Queen of Skeins. My name is Brandy and I am your yarn host today. I thought today would be a great day to do a little slow stitch hour with you guys. And I have some serious catching up to do on this. Who knows what this is? It's my half and half triangle wrap for the Spring Solstice Cowl that is going to be ending on June 21st, the summer solstice. Can we believe that it has been almost 3 full months since this got started? I can't. I am making great progress. I am behind on the little schedule, but literally, guys, here's what we have left to do. We've got that much. We've done all of this. As you can see, we've gone far. We've made it a good long ways. Of course, this is the wrong side, but either way, not much. I really need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more stripes worth. And we'll be done with this bad boy. We just need to get serious. So these stripes are all, I believe, let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So you figure 13 stripes, 6 rows each, 78 rows. Even if I just did 6 rows a day in the next 13 days, I would have this done, which would be having me done a few days early because that'd put me at the 16th. It's June 3rd today, so we're just gonna do it. We can make it happen. I've been trying to think of what would be a really great bingeable series. I've already watched very recently. Several times a year, I usually binge Harry Potter, I'll binge Lord of the Rings, and I'll binge The Hobbit. And I've already done all those this year, so I think now, I don't know what I'm in the mood for. The last time I really just knocked out an obscene amount of knitting, it was several years back when they made a new Final Destination movie. And I decided I couldn't watch it because it had been, 30 years since I'd seen them all. I had to go back and watch all of the Final Destinations. And I made an entire day of it. And man, I got a lot of knitting done. And then I thought about doing that with the Scream movies, but I literally just watched the new Scream movie last weekend. So now I'm like, well, I don't want to start back at the first one when I just watched the last one. I don't know, guys. What do you think? What's a fun, bingeable movie series that can take a whole day, like good 12 hours? I'm not ready for a Halloween movie series yet. I don't know. I just can't think of anything. Scary movies tend to have, other than, the Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and stuff, which are obscenely just long movies. The only other thing I can think of that takes, 12 hours to watch them all is scary movies, because they always go overboard with their sequels. Either that or Lonesome Dove. I actually did consider watching the trilogy, the Lonesome Dove, Dead Man's Walk, and whatever the other one is that just left my brain as soon as I tried to speak it into existence. I haven't watched those in a long time. Maybe that's what I should watch. My mom keeps trying to get me to watch all of the Yellowstone spin-off shows. And I told her, I said, I never even finished Yellowstone. And not because I didn't like it. I was enjoying it just fine. I just stopped watching it for some reason and just never could bring myself to pick it back up. I don't know. I watched like maybe the first 2 seasons. I don't know. I've got cat hair on my face, guys. And I literally just vacuumed. But I've got the kittens. The kittens are all together now, first of all. Hank is with the other 6 fosters. Everybody is living their best life now. They have been released from the nursery. Now they're not just running around amongst the resident cats, just because I don't want the resident cats to hurt them either accidentally or on purpose. Plus, I don't think Mama would appreciate that yet. Right now, Mama's got free range of everything in the house, and she's kind of getting acclimated with the resident cats, and she'll determine what's safe as far as that goes. But the kittens are in the living room. They have a big playpen yard built out, and it's attached to their little 4-level condo. And they're so cute, and I can keep good eye on them and spend time with them much easier than them being off in another room that I don't just go sit in all day, you know? So for funsies, how about I swing the camera around and let you guys see. So if you get seasick, we're on a tripod and I can swing it, so we shouldn't be going all over the place, but if you get seasick, close your eyes and I'll tell you when to open them. Okay, close your eyes. I'm an idiot. What am I doing? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, so let's bring this down. Aw, they're playing right now. A bunch of them are playing, and then there's a big pile of them also in the house. I wonder if I can zoom in. No, it won't let me zoom in, but maybe if I go and point them out to you, you'll see where they're at. You see all this? You guys see all that laying there? There's 1, 2, 3, and there's one right here. Elvis is in this little bed sleeping, and Bogart is yelling at me. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Let's say hello. Come here. Come here. Oh my goodness, it's Bogart. Let's let everybody see Bogart. Oh, Bogart, your foot is stuck. Look, it's Bogart. He's very extremely precious. Oh, Bogey, you crazy. Oh, I love babies so much. I love babies. Let's see. Oh my goodness, are you guys wrestling and fighting? Here, hold on. Let's see. Let's see, Audrey. Audrey is getting real rowdy. Come here, Audrey. Oh my goodness, you want to say hello? This is Audrey, and she's a precious girl. She has a beauty mark on her face. Audrey, do you got a beauty mark on your face? Yeah, she's a cutie. She's a baby. And the other one that's awake right now is Miss Marilyn. Marilyn. Marilyn is our snowshoe Siamese. And she's extremely precious too. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that beautiful girl. Look at Miss Marilyn. Aw. Isn't she darling? Mwah. We love her. Pretty blue eyes. So sweet. Okay. All right. So there was all that. Now, let's get you situated again. So close your eyes. I'm swinging the camera again. Okay, let's get everything resituated. Oopsie. All right, I think you should be able to look again. I don't know, we might be up a little high now. I'm not sure. I need a nap now. These babies keep me busy, but they love their big playpen yard now, so they have lots of space. They actually, I made this pen, what is it, 48 inches wide by 80 inches long, because there is 5 16-inch panels lengthwise, and yep, 48 by 80. That's nice. So they've got lots of good space to run and play, and then when they want to take naps, they go into their condo, and they've got, at the bottom of their condo is where their litter boxes and food and stuff is located. So they've got 3 floors of cozy bedding and what have you. So they're just living a real good life. Mama is able to jump in and out of the pen as much as she wants. I don't know where she is right now. As we noticed, she was not in there just now. So she's around somewhere. She likes that she can get in and out. She's not just stuck with them. I like it too, because everybody is now able to eat real food. Now, of course, they still nurse, and they prefer to nurse, but they're able to eat regular food. I give them wet food, slurry wet foods a couple of times a day, and then they always have dry food, a bowl of dry food available to them to eat. So it's good that Mama's able to get out of there a little bit. Mama is very, very skinny, and I have talked to the my upper person in Safe Haven Foster and just told him how thin she was. I can't get any weight on her, but she just said, you know, as long as she's not actively losing more weight, which she's not, she's just a bag of bones. But she was a stray cat outside, and she has been treated for parasites. So she does not have any worms or any kind of parasites. She eats well. She potties great. There's no problems in any of those departments. She's just very skinny, but she's also nursing 6 babies. Hank would like to nurse, and she would let him, but you know, cats only have 6 nipples. And since Hank has just been introduced to her, he goes over to nurse, and she would let him, but the other kittens don't let him. And she only comes in to nurse, you know, every so often now, and then she leaves. So Hank, I don't know that he's actually gotten to nurse, because he doesn't, he's a lover, not a fighter, so he's being left out. So anyway, for those that needed to know all of that, now you do. So look at me. I just finally made my first stitch. We're almost 15 minutes in, and this is why I asked you guys, do you think that it would be better for me just to do a voiceover, because I'm awful about talking and knitting. I just get so excited to talk to you guys. That's what it is. But yeah, these kittens, they really, I love them so much. I wish I could get paid for this job. And it's a job. I'm going to tell you guys, every morning I wake up, and the first hour of my day is spent doing cat stuff. Every morning we wake up and we replace their dry food, we replace their water, clean out their bowl, and then I put their towel down and I get them all their dishes of their wet food, and I get that going. And then I feed and water my cats, and then I feed and water the outdoor cats. And then I have a little drink of coffee, and then I get back in and I take all their toys out of their pen. I always keep a blanket on the floor of their pen, so then I'll take their blanket and throw it in the washer and get them a new clean fresh blanket. I vacuum in their pen if I need to. I just put them inside of their little condo and shut the door, and then I'll run the vacuum. And then once we're done cleaning the floor of all that, we'll put all the toys back in, and then I take everything out of the bottom of the condo because, like I said, that's where their little litter box and food and stuff is. So I'll take everything out of there. I clean their litter box. Then I take my little sweeper, dustpan and brush thing and sweep out the bottom of the condo. And then I have some wipes you probably saw sitting on top of I keep everything sitting on top of the pen that I need for them, which is their scooper, their bags for their litter, their deodorizer for their litter, and I always keep tubs of the cleaning wipes everywhere. I have them all over my house. That way I can just pop them and just wipe stuff down all the time. So then I always wipe out the floor every morning because, you know, they track litter and stuff. So that is how our morning starts, is with all of that cleaning. And then after I get done with their stuff, then I go and do all of my cat litter boxes. And I have 4. I have 3 litter robots. No, I have 5. I have 3 litter robots and 2 regular cat litter boxes because I have 1 cat that is just rude. And that's not true either. I have 6 litter boxes. I have 3 litter robots and I have 3 regular boxes. I have 1 resident cat that will not use a litter robot. And then I have just an extra litter box that he can use as well, or any of the other cats. All the other cats will use the litter robot. And then I have a litter box just for Mama. So we've got a lot. This is a lot of litter boxes around here. We're always doing that. But the litter robots are the lifesavers. They're amazing. And I don't have to do a whole lot with the other litter boxes because of the wonderful little robots. They are obscenely overpriced, but I cannot imagine having this many cats and taking care of all these cats without having them. I can't imagine. My gosh. With the litter robots, I just have to empty and change the bags every few days. And that's it. Just add a little more litter as it gets emptier. It's just easy peasy. Little Mama is saying meow, meow, meow. What's going on, Priscilla? Do you want to come up here and say hello? The Mama is so sweet. She's so sweet. She does kind of drive me bananas, though, because now that the babies are in the pen, she'll go off and do her own thing. She goes and she has found some favorite places to nap around the house. She loves the water fountain. That's her most favorite, beloved thing that she has discovered now that she's not trapped in the nursery. But anyways, when she comes back, she won't just hop in the pen. She'll walk around the pen and she'll make all these little noises that she's doing, these little meow, meow, meow. And this is like a cat call to the kittens. And that makes them, wherever they're at, if they're asleep or they're in the thing, when she starts doing those sounds, they'll all come out and gather. And I don't know if this is how she just makes sure they're all there and can count them or whatever cats do. But I'm like, why did you get them all riled up? They were sleeping. They were... Do you hear? Woo. She's like a little funny purr meow thing that she does. But anyway, sometimes I'll get them all calm. I'll get in there and I'll sit with them and I'll play and get them all wore down real good, and then they'll just all want to sleep and take a long nap. And maybe 5 minutes into that, she'll come in here and start chittering, or she's not chittering, but she's calling them and getting them all wound up again, and then she'll leave. I'm like, if you're going to do that, you should at least get in and tend to them or something, but I don't know. She might be trying to punish me in some way. Priscilla! Hi, Miss Pris. Prissy girl, come here. She's not about it right now. She's like, no. I'm attending to baby business and then I'll be on my way. Thank you. I hope everybody is doing very good. It's hot here. It's fairly humid. We've been in the 90s, high 90s for the last couple of days. But today we're just in the 80s. We're very stormy, overcast, cloudy, rain chances. It's not raining, but it just feels raining, I guess. It feels like a wet paper sack when you walk outside because the humidity's so high. My glasses literally fogged up when I walked outside like steam. We've got wrestling going on. I'll tell you, these kittens are just so cute. The first few days I thought Hank was going to destroy everyone because he was so excited to not be alone after spending all that time in quarantine. And he oh good, someone is apparently going to have a hairball. Anyways, I hope you guys can't hear that. But Hank was just so happy when we introduced him to all the other kittens. I think he was just in heaven. I kept telling him, buddy, you're not going to be alone much longer. You're not going to be alone much longer. But I don't think he believed me. But I brought Elvis in first, and I put a little short video up on the channel of Hank and Elvis meeting each other. But Hank, I don't know if it was just from him being away from other kittens for so long, but he had no conception of how rough is too rough. All of the other kittens were just trying to get away from him because he would just get so excited and just be way too rough with his wrestling. And then after, you know, a few days, I think he finally figured it out because they started being a little too rough with him back. And it was just a constant Hank. And now I think we're kind of even Steven. Everybody seems to be on about the same page. They get a little rough too sometimes, like right now. And they figured out if they get bit too hard to, I guess, bite back. I don't know, but they teach each other. It's important, right? Kittens are not supposed to be alone. They're supposed to be teaching each other. And they groom each other, which is super cute. It's really cute. The mama one of her places that she does like to kind of lord over them is on that gray couch that if you saw when I swung the video out, I've got like the, it's a couch, but it has two big ottomans in front of it. So it's almost like a big, huge, solid bed couch. But she loves to lay there and just kind of watch over them because it's right in front of where the pen is. It gives her the perfect little view. Sometimes she looks like she's going to jump in there and intervene when they start wrestling too hard, but she's good. She's better than me. She knows how to hold back and let them work it out. So is anybody else working on the cowl still? Donna was doing so good. And then she fell off. She was having, what did she call it? Startitis or something. She kept cast on-itis. Anyway, but she'd gotten pretty far into her first half. But she's the only one that's posted any pictures, so you guys should just let me know in the comments below if you have been working on the half and half. And if you have and you want to, you're always welcome to go into the community tab on my channel, and you are able to add a picture if you would like. It doesn't even have to be the half and half though. If you want to add a picture of whatever you're working on while we're doing the slow stitch hours, that works too. It doesn't even have to be a yarn project. It can be a cross stitch or a sewing project or a quilt or journaling, scrapbooking, sketching, painting, diamond painting. Whatever floats your goat. You guys will be so proud of me. I decided finally to be a professional YouTuber and order myself a lapel mic. We have so many problems. I can usually, once I throw my video into my editing software, there's a feature where I can select and isolate my audio and boost it. And that makes the audio fine. Whenever I do that, I know it's fine because I know what I keep my TV on, and my video will consistently be the same volume as everybody else's good quality videos. But as I have gotten a little less afraid of doing a little bit of editing, I do tend to pause and put things back together or add clips in and do things like that. And whenever you do that, you need to click into each of those sections and boost the video on each piece. And I forget. And I did it yesterday, and I was so frustrated with myself because my tutorial that I did for the Sweet Nothing, I started it, the first couple of clips had the sound boosted, and then I forgot to go in and do it for all the other clips. So when I watched it back on YouTube, on my TV, it was great, and then it goes to poop, and I had to turn like double the volume. So I was really sad about that, and I thought, well, I wonder if I can just open it back up, fix it in my editing program, and just re-upload. And unless I'm just, and it is entirely possible that I'm just not finding this, I am not finding a way to just re-upload the video without just like completely re-uploading a whole separate. Like when you go in to edit things, you can click on edit, and you can edit your descriptions and your titles and your audience and public and private and all the things. But there's no way to just re-upload the video with like edited stuff. And I don't want to delete the video because it does have views and watch time and all that stuff already, and there is a short attached to it. So I'm like, well, I hate to delete what we've done so far, but I just said, you know what, that's enough of that. Let's just go on and dish out the, $20. And you can buy cheaper ones than that, I'm sure, but I just wanted one that had some decent little reviews and was wireless. So I went on and did it. I did it. So you guys are going to have consistent volume happening all the time on every video, and that will be so lovely. I will be excited, but let me see, which way am I going here? Okay. Once your project gets this big, you have to be very organized with the direction that you spin and turn things, because otherwise you'll just get everything into a big twisted wreck, which is what I've done because I did not. You have to remember to reverse and not just keep spinning in the same direction. It's a big project. It's a big project. I'll be glad when I get these 2 half and halves done. I'm going to love them so much. And looking at them from the right side, I mean, tell me, this is gorgeous. And those ends, no worry about those ends. They are all woven in. I just do not cut them off until after I block my project. So all I will have to do is block my project and then just go and trim those right off. They're all woven in. I'm a good steward. I have wove in those ends as I have gone. Every color change is already pre-woven. But good grief, this is so, you guys, I'm just so excited. I cannot wait to have this done. I am gonna wear this winter. This is gonna be, I'm gonna make my husband take me to the movies every weekend, because I want everyone to know that this beautiful piece of art, and it feels, I love working on it too because it's so cozy. It's huge. It's huge, guys. This is one of the benefits to having a big knitting gauge, is that everything is bigger than it's supposed to be. I'm just sure of it. I mean, look at this, guys. Really, that's my whole foot. Look at it. It's glorious. I love it. I mean, I'm completely covered up now. Okay, so anyways, I just could not be more thrilled with this. It is just making my soul so happy to have this. Oh, well, darn it. It's not within reach. I will make a video tomorrow where I show you guys my finished objects and what I'm working on outside of this. If you saw my last video, I did, what am I doing here? Oh, I did, I was working on the dumpling bag and I did complete that. And it's darling and I love it. And I want to make another one with the Blackbird linen yarn from Pearl Soho, because I want to see what kind of difference it makes. Because I used the Lion brand Kobu, which is cotton and bamboo blend. So it's very, very floppy, which is fine. I am using it as a project bag for my mini mock neck tank. I think it's the perfect size for a project bag for either like a sock or something that's only gonna need like a skein of yarn. You know, you wouldn't wanna, it's not gonna fit this, for example, but something that's just taking up one skein of yarn, it's perfect. And it's working out great for my mini mock neck tank, which is almost done. I think I am knitting the body. It's knitted top down. You start at the neckline and then you work like the front of the tank and the back of the tank, and then you join it underneath the armpits, and then you just start knitting in the round. And I think I'm about 4 inches, 4.5, maybe 5 inches. I've got to get to 7.5 or something inches, and then do the ribbing. And it's just, I'm just knitting in the round. I'm just stockinette in the round. I did put it on some extenders and try it on just to see, and oh my God, I think it's gonna be perfect. It's got no, I guess it's probably got a little bit of negative ease through my bust, and then a little positive ease around like the belly waist area, but not a lot. It's not baggy. It's just a nice fit for a tank. And I just cannot wait to have that. I think that's going to be such a beautiful piece. that I can wear all year long. Because in the summer, which, guys, let's be fair. Did we see me today? If I'm at home, I am wearing something warm because it's so hot here in Oklahoma. We must have the air conditioner on, and I get, like, I need the temperature to not be cold in the house, but the actual blowing of the air makes me chilly. So having that air conditioning blowing on me, and there are vents, no matter every room that I go to, there's gonna be a vent that's gonna be blowing on me every time the AC kicks on. When my husband's gone all day, I do turn it up, but I don't wanna be hot either, you know? It's just that this is a thyroid hormone age-driven issue. I don't know what it is. It's a lot of different things that are happening here, but I don't want to be hot, but I don't want to be cold. I'm always cold, but I don't want to get hot. So I got to have it cold in the house or cool in the house and be cozy at the same time. Anyways, mini mock neck tank. I can wear it in the summer. If I was going to be outside, I could just be wearing it like a tank top. I can wear it in the winter. At some point, this girl will knit a cardigan. I am sure of it. Or she'll just keep wearing all the ones that she's bought. So, great way to wear, great item to layer is the point. So, I am looking forward to that. And I did use, what is it called? Haiku brand yarn. It's Kobasi, I think. Cotton, bamboo, and silk. And then it's got some nylon in it. So a perfect yarn for summer wear. You know, it doesn't have wool or anything scratchy, you know, anything too hot. So I'm excited to see how it's going to be when it's done. I think it's going to be really nice. But I will show you guys that, and I will show you my finished dumpling bag. And then, like I say, I'm working on nothing else. I just want to get this finished in time. Knock on wood. At least by the time the cowl is over. And like I said, that's in 18 days. Time is flying. But once this is done, I keep looking at things that I want to cast on, and I just keep telling myself, stop it. I have so many beautiful things that I would love to have finished that are right there on the edge, and I just need to start finishing them. So aside from the mini mock neck tank, I have a ranunculus that is nearing its completion. I have the most adorable, oh, it's going to be so cute, but it's not even close to being finished, so I might move it to the very back of the list. But it is a pattern that I purchased from Noro for a it's some kind of a tunic. Gosh, it's so cute. It's gonna be really adorable, but it's like a long kind of, you knit the front and then you knit the back, and then you knit these little bands that you attach to the front and the back. So it's kind of open on the sides. It's a true like tunic style, and it has like 3 or 4 bands running down each side. That is so cute, and it's made with, I'm using the Noro yarn, so it's just got very beautiful colorway. You know how Noro does all the striped colors, and it's a thick thin, but as most of their yarns are. And of course it's like an amazing blend of like alpaca and silk and wool and I don't know, Angora. It's, who knows? It's just got so many different beautiful fibers in it. But yeah, that's got a ways to go. But as far as things that are nearing completion, I have a pair of socks, the Magic Heel socks. One sock is completed. The other sock is halfway finished. I could literally finish it in a day. No problem if I picked it up and did it. I have a Find Your Fade shawl from Andrea Mowry that is at least 2/3 of the way completed that I need to get out. I have a Sophie shawl that is like 90% completed, but I need to rip back because my tension is too far off. About, I don't know, to about 60%. A little, we did pretty good all the way through, just over half. And then everything I've done since then looks like garbage. I don't know how I didn't manage to see it while I was doing it, but I like laid it out and looked at it and I was like, whoa, that looks hideous. And it is entirely possible that I may have picked up like a much larger, I almost always exclusively go down 1 to 2 needle sizes, usually 2 from whatever's recommended, because I am a very loose knitter. I used to be a very tight knitter. I mean, my gauge is fine. That I'm meeting gauge on this, even though, well, I say that, I think I'm a little, it makes a big difference on something this big. And I don't care about gauge on this. Obviously, I'm only really concerned about gauge on like my mini mock neck tank and something that I'm going to be wearing. But this is not like incredibly just filled with holes. It's a nice, and once it's blocked, and this yarn does bloom when you block it. So it ends up looking gorgeous. But I'm using, I believe, at least 2 or 3 sizes smaller needles than what they call for this. I think that I looked at the pattern, and let's say that it said use an 8. I think I grabbed an 8 and just started knitting again. And I probably knit the first with like a 6. So I'm thinking that's what I might have done wrong, because I do have to steal my needles back from myself because I have been a chronic cast-oner. Anyways, whatever you want to call that. Someone that keeps starting new stuff. A starterer. I've been having a starterer problem and not being a finisher. So I have to keep stealing needles from myself. And then I don't always, I don't always. That is, what? No, I never write down what size needle I was using. I should write it down and stick it in the project bag. Everything's in a project bag. Why can't I just take a little piece of paper and say, size 6, 4 millimeter, you know, whatever. I don't know. I don't know why I do the things that I do. But anyways, so that's coming along. What else do I have? Oh, I have 2 different blankets, 2 button box throws, one of which is for my mother for a gift, which I really probably need to get that guy going. I have my half and half triangle wrap. That's just one that I had cast on. It was my second one I cast on. it's almost done. It's about the same place that this one is. I think it's probably got like 60 or 70 rows left. So that, oh gosh, can you imagine if I were to get this one done and get that one done and have both, plus the one I already have, having 3 half and half triangle wraps to rotate through this whole fall and winter. Gosh, that sounds glorious to me. I would love that. Oh my gosh. I found a really cool pattern. Why am I looking at stuff? I don't know. But I found this really cool kind of a scarfette or whatever. You know, I had recently finished that little dot bandana scarf from Pearl Soho that I love, love, love. And if you don't think that I want to buy their, oh, whatever, they have, that pattern was written for their silk and their mohair. And I want to purchase that. I found the most beautiful, they have this really pretty pale kind of a, it's not quite a sage and it's not quite a mint, but it's a very pale, light greenish color. It's so pretty. And I know it would look nice for this winter with my silver hair. Those icy color. It's like an icy green. It would be so pretty. And I love it. I want it so bad, but I'm just like, I don't need to be spending money on yarn right now. I did fill out an affiliate link application with Pearl Soho. I reached out to them to see, because I said, you know, I do like a lot of y'all's patterns, and I make a lot of your patterns, and if I could have an affiliate discount for my viewers when I talk about your yarn, could stick it in there. And they said, yes, absolutely, and just fill this out. So I filled that out. So hopefully I'll get a little discount code for you guys in case you guys want to try some of the different yarns that I talk about. And it is my goal to showcase as many Pearl Soho free patterns as possible, because I am a huge fan of their patterns. I love them. Everything is so, the patterns are always well written, and they do have they have some pretty intricate patterns, but they have a lot of what I would call potato chip knit patterns. And they're not just potato chip knit like a wash rag. Nothing wrong with a wash rag, but I'm just saying, or a plain scarf. How many of those things do you want? They're potato chip knit patterns, but they're so useful and wearable all the time. Like, they're not just boring. So anyways, I do love their patterns, but hopefully I'll have that code for us coming up soon, so I can be popping it into the description so that you guys can have. I'm sure people have it. I just haven't seen anybody's Pearl Soho discount code, and I want to use it for me. But yeah, I would love to have some of that. But when I was looking at that pattern, I saw another free pattern, and it has, when I get ready to knit it, I'll of course share the pattern with you. It was a free pattern. But it's a I think maybe it's a German word or something is the name of the shawl. So I can't remember, or scarf. It's a 1 skein project. That's what's important to note. Okay. Just trying to remember which way we're going here. Yeah, I saved that because I need another cast on. Like, I need a hole in my head, apparently. But I couldn't resist because at some point I will knit it. It's really cute. Yeah. I just wish I was super rich and had zero responsibilities. Just thinking about it makes me feel sleepy, like I'm gonna just knit and nap. If I could just knit and nap and take care of babies, that'd be a great life. That'd be real nice to me. But yeah, I've got lots of plans of things that I want to cast on, but I need to finish some things that I've got. So I'm trying to be patient and gentle with myself and not overburden myself by feeling like I've got to hurry, 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 even though I feel like I've got to hurry, hurry, hurry with this, because this does have an expiration date, so to speak, as it were. But then I want to feel like some doors that I've opened are getting closed. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I need to get some of those. I need to get that whip pile down. So once this is out of the rotation, I am 100% gonna do a whip down, and I really need to actually do a video of like a finisher frog, because the things that I just named off to you are things I know I want to finish. They are not all the things I have. I have a minimum of 30 whips, I know. I believe I talked about it in one of my other videos that I've got several different sweaters that I started when I was a much larger size, so I'm not sure. I think what I probably need to do is get them on, get my little bar records or whatever, and try some stuff on and see if, I mean, I'm not, things that are, 3/4 or halfway done or something, I'm not frogging. I will put it at the back of the list and finish it and gift it or something, because I can't imagine frogging half. Oof. Unless it was some real precious yarn or something that I couldn't bear to give away, but wow. Sweater quantity of yarn that'd be a hard thing to frog, if I was near the end. Anyways, there's a lot of things. I don't know what all there is. There's just a whole lot. So that'll be something we can go through together. I frog or finish and look at all the sad and ridiculous amounts of things. And then I actually need to frog them and wind up yarn and put it aside. Speaking of yarn, I have several garbage bags full of whole skeins of yarn. I finally did go in and start going through some of my yarn stash, because it got pretty big. And a lot of it was not yarn that I love anymore and yarn that I knew that I would use. So I did sit down, and I'm very proud of me, because I bagged up 2 or 3 garbage bags full of yarn that I am going to sell, because it's not yarn that sparks joy for me. Either the content or the color is not something I would wear anymore, or because I am becoming a person that is knitting with particular colors. Obviously the exception is this, because this is like every color, but I'm trying to be more mindful. I'm trying not to knit with colors that look hideous on me. I have an idea. I think that prior to letting my hair grow out its natural color, my skin tone and my eye color are such that I am a true neutral person. And I look great in cool colors or warm colors. At least I did when I had colored hair. Now I really look better in cool. But I can still pull off warms. Like I put on my autumnal makeup looks with like my pretty burnt orange and pumpkin oranges and the turmerics and the rusty reds, and I think they still look fine. But either way, I'm trying to just go with the colors that I know are the more flattering, get cohesive, especially since it is a goal of mine to make a wardrobe for myself. And if I'm going to start investing time getting my sewing machine out and things, I want to make sure I have a good bunch of neutrals and that my colors are colors that are going to flow well with each other and with me, of course. But yeah, like I say, prior to having silver hair, my hair and my skin kind of could go warm or cool. Either one worked. So I have a lot of colors that just are kind of like, not the best anymore. So we're gonna have I'm trying to decide what is easiest for me. We're gonna have a town-wide garage sale on Father's Day weekend for some weird reason, which is also, I believe that's the weekend that's summer solstice weekend too. Anyways, so I'm trying to think, do I want to try to just sell yarn at a garage sale? Do I want to just start posting it up like on Facebook Marketplace and just get rid of it now and not deal with the yard sale? But I have a lot of clothes and other things I need to get rid of as well. I don't know. I haven't decided. But I'm like, boy, if I could sell all that yarn, I might break down and buy myself a skein of the blackbird linen and the silk and mohair from Pearl Soho to make myself another bandana scarf. Because I've got plenty of yarn right now. It doesn't make sense for me to buy more yarn when I have so much that I need to get rid of. So, do y'all want to buy some yarn? And I'd really like it if whoever buys it just come over here and pick it up, because I hate going to the post office. I have so much stuff that I'd like to sell, and I thought, you know what, why don't you sell those items on eBay? Just don't even worry about pricing it. Just let people figure out what they want to pay for it and just give it to them. But I've never sold on eBay before, and so I'm very much confused with how you determine shipping for everyone. I'm not sure, because I don't want to pay for their shipping, and I don't know how it works. I've just not done it before. Do I have to weigh every item and put it in the listing and then eBay calculates it in some kind of way, or I have no idea. I know, like, when I've bought stuff, you just enter your zip code and it'll tell you like how much the shipping's gonna be. So I'm assuming it's weight based, but I'm not sure. And then I know some people do free shipping. I'm not gonna do free shipping because shipping is very expensive right now. And if something only sells for a few dollars, I don't want to spend $5 to ship it. I'm not trying to pay people to take this stuff. I'll keep it if it's going to cost me money to get rid of it. But yeah, if you've ever sold stuff on eBay and you know how that works, let me know. Because I'm like, boy, if I could just get a bunch of free boxes from USPS, like priority mail, and then just box stuff up as the orders came through, and then schedule pickups each day, like set it on my porch or something, then I would be about it. That sounds great. If it's something that's actually easy to do, yes. But if I've got to, because I will tell you, one thing you might not know about me is before, in my old life, before I ever went to into healthcare and going to get my medical license and all that stuff, I ran a home-based business, and I specifically did custom private label for a store that was located in Idlewild, California, which is a really cute little touristy place up in the mountains in California. And their store was very, everything in the store was handmade. So they had everything you could ever think of, and most of it was local to their area. But for me, since I private labeled for them, and they really liked my products, so they did order their private labeled stuff for me, and I made their candles and their homemade soap for them. And I had to ship it out every week. They placed big orders, like $1,000 a week orders. Lots of shipping candles, and these are in glass containers, so I had to spend a lot of time. I have PTSD. I did that for like 8 years. Weekly orders, sometimes hundreds of candles. So just aside from making everything, I mean, soap is easy to ship because it just makes sure it's packed so that it's not going to get crushed or something. But candles in glass, you really have to be careful because, you know, sometimes these carriers, they just kick the box all the way to the destination it's going to, I think. So I'd have to like really go nutty with peanuts and bubble wrap and everything so that even if they dropped it 27 times between here and California, it would still arrive intact. But it was so much work. I felt like I spent more time packing and then loading things up and then taking it to ship and printing out shipping label. I mean, I hate it. So I have a lot of things I could sell on eBay if it was easy to do. If it was an easy process. Like I say, if I could just like have a bunch of priority mail shipping boxes and all I had to do was print out a label and set the box on the porch, I could handle that. But anyways, so yeah, let me know how you guys do it. Have you done it before? What do you think? But that's the thing, is that the priority mail, I think, is the flat rate. That's what when I'm saying priority mail, I was talking about flat rate because those boxes are free. I don't think that the regular postal boxes are free. I think you have to buy those. Anyways, I meant flat rate because I could easily say it's this price flat rate, but they're expensive. And I know that when I'm shipping things like to my mom and what have you, it's usually always cheaper just to do a weigh this box and let's ship it priority or whatever by weight. Significantly cheaper most of the time, depending on what I was shipping. Well, friend, you are really making some racket there, buddy. Man, this overcast weather has got me so yawny. I'm feeling really tired. I even have caffeine today. I don't usually, aside from my 1 cup of coffee in the morning, I don't usually drink caffeine. But today I went nuts. And I'm having a loaded tea with caffeine, which I think those loaded teas have like 200 milligrams, but they say to mix that with 32 ounces of water, so 4 cups. I mix it with 64 ounces of water because those things are very strongly flavored. So I'm not drinking a cup, 1 jug, as I can fill this guy 3 times with that. So I filled it once. So that's probably like as much caffeine as a cup of coffee. There's probably about 70 or 75 milligrams of caffeine in that whole cup, and that'll be it. I don't drink caffeine after like noon. It's noon right now. So we gotta hurry up and finish that off. If I get late on my coffee or anything, I'm done by noon. I don't like to drink caffeine after noon. Although I don't feel like caffeine really does anything for me. But if anything was going to disrupt my sleep, you know, I'm very protective of my sleep. Friend, he's feeling lazy today. If you guys could see this dude, he is something else. Anyway, it has been over an hour, but there was a lot of things I had to say to you guys today. I hope that you guys got some rows done on some things. For real, leave me a comment with some bingeable ideas. I've got to do some serious binge knitting, and I need series that I can just get through that, you know, are knitting friendly, of course. Now, this isn't, I do need to look at this. I'm not one of those people. I watch videos of people that are just like, I cannot do that. Can't. I'm gonna have so many tucked stitches if I do that. I don't know how people do it. I do have to look, but I can watch stuff because I'm like, I just have to make sure my needle gets in my stitch and doesn't split my yarn or whatever. Like, I have to look down at it, but I can watch TV. It's not a big deal. But obviously, I don't want to be watching something that requires 100% of my focus. I have to be able to give some focus to what I'm doing. Who is crying? Is that Rose? Yeah. They stopped, so I called the right cat. I feel you, Rose. Sometimes I just want to just start crying out into the universe for no reason. What was I saying? It left me. Oh yeah, series. Let me know in the comments below some good bingeable series. We've got 13 colors to get through here. Let's get it done. Let's just knock it out. Well, I don't actually have 13 colors. I'm only knitting with 1 color. But my stripes that I'm using to gauge my distance I have 13 more stripes on the other half that I've got to fill out with this. You know what I mean. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let this video process and do its thing. And tomorrow, tomorrow is, what is today? Today is Wednesday. So tomorrow, I don't know if I'll get the video up tomorrow or if I'll get it up Friday. Either way, either tomorrow or Friday. I will get the dumpling bag and show you guys that. And I'll show you my mini mock neck tank because I'm so excited about it. So I will do that. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. I hope that you're all doing fantastic and that you got some crafting done. And I hope that you enjoyed seeing the kittens today. I know I've been pretty crazy with them, but they're just at that cute age where they're just so fun and delightful and they fill my heart with joy. So I like to share them because they're precious. Anyways, I appreciate you guys stopping by today. Take care. Bye.